Okay, we're back. The next question is the most influential person in my life. I think that would have to be my mom because my dad died when I was 12 or 13. I can't remember now. But anyway, she never remarried. She worked to support me and my sister and all. And she was just such a good person, and that's who influenced me. Okay, this person had 3 questions, and I will answer those. How much money do you spend on all that junk food? I have no idea. Does anybody in your house work? No, we don't. Have I thought of growing any fresh vegetables in a garden to provide something nutritious to my recipes? Yep, I've thought about it. All right, on to the next question. Do my children live near me or with me? Only Kaylin lives with me or with us. And I have one daughter that lives on the next street over. I have another daughter that lives in the next town, and my son lives in the same town. How old was I when I had my last child? And that was my son, and that was 30 years ago. How do I keep fried potatoes from becoming mashed potatoes? That's a cute question. I just put grease in the pan, get it hot, put my potatoes in, cut the heat down, not too low, but not where the grease is spattering around. I let them don't mess with them and let them cook until they brown somewhat. Then turn them over. Don't mess with them till they brown somewhat. Put your seasonings on them. You might turn them 3 or 4 times just to try to get as much of the potatoes as you can brown. Then I put some water, maybe half a cup of water, depends on how many potatoes you're making. I put that in, it'll hit the pan and sizzle. That's fine, just cover it up, and that steam should then make your potatoes soft. And when the water's gone, your potatoes should be ready and they shouldn't be mashed. From childhood, what did I want to be when I grew up? I wanted to be a writer. And when I was in school, I wrote a essay on why I wanted to be a writer, and I got to go see Cicely Tyson. She is a African-American actress, and I got to see her at the Coliseum near here. And anyway, I would like to write a book someday, but I know I can't do that until life slows down. So anyway, was I married before Randy? I was. I got married when I was 18, and I stayed married till I was 24. And that was a real learning experience. Did I start out cooking on YouTube and branch out to DIYs and other things? When I started on YouTube, I did cooking, and I remember I made some soap, and I did several things, so it was just a mixed bag of stuff when I started. And why did I start YouTube, and how long have I been doing videos? I think I've been doing them about 1.5 years. I should have looked, but I didn't. And why did I start doing YouTube? It's because I watched some ladies that I still watch today. Cheryl Coyote, Tracy B. That's what I can think of off the top of my head. And they just seemed to enjoy it so much. I loved hearing what they had to talk about, and I felt like I had something I could contribute. So here I am. What's one thing I want to learn how to do? Well, I have two things. One is knit and one is play guitar. My kids gave me a guitar for my 50th birthday, and it's still sitting there. And how many pairs of glasses do I own? Well, I use readers, and I have 32 pairs. And I quit buying them a while back because my prescription is changing, and I don't want to have, just bought glasses and then not be able to wear them. So I'm going back to the doctor, and when he tells me what my prescription will be, I'll be getting more. What kind of shampoo do I use? It constantly changes. I try to buy higher end shampoo. I feel like your hair kind of gets used to the same shampoo over and over, and I like to change it up every time. And where do I buy my eyeglasses? I buy them on readers.com, and the story behind the glasses. I just thought that they're a way to express myself. A lot of them are the cat eyes like these, and it kind of shows the vintage, older me. And are my glasses vintage? I have one pair I picked up at a antique store when I went to Idaho to visit my sister, but no, they're not vintage. What all Pioneer Woman products do I have? Mostly the small stuff, salt and pepper shakers, boom rest. I have a bowl set, casserole set. I have one set of dinner dishes, the plate, bowl, that, measuring spoons, spatulas, just all kinds of odd pieces. How many purses do I own? Well, I own 38, and a lot of those I'm going to be selling on eBay. I just don't carry them, and I don't need 38 pocketbooks. Am I going on vacation this year? Yes, I am. I'm going to Pigeon Forge at the end of this month, and we're going to stay 4 or 5 days, and I'm looking so forward to it. We have a cabin with a stream, or it's bigger than a stream. What do you call water that's bigger than a stream? Anyway, we're going to fish in it, whatever it is. What online stores do I recommend to sell on? I tried Poshmark and I didn't have luck. I've sold on eBay. I used to sell on eBay all the time, and I've had much better luck on eBay. So that's what I recommend. And what do I do in my spare time besides crafting and thrifting? I like to work in my yard and, just mess in my flowers. I guess crocheting would be a craft, but I like to crochet. And cook. I'm just very domestic. A lady congratulated me on my weight loss and asked what do I do for exercise, and I walk. We have around our neighborhood is a little less than a mile, and I enjoy walking around it because it's a little bit uphill, a little bit downhill, and so I like that. And for my weight loss, I had a distal bypass and several years ago, and so that's that. How do I pronounce my last name? It's pronounced Creson, kind of like a Burger King croissant, but it's Creson. And what is my family history? I am, on my father's side, mostly German, and on my mother's side, mostly Cherokee Indian. So when it gets summertime, the Indian tones in my skin really come out, And so that's it, and that was all my questions. I really enjoyed doing this, and I thank you so much for taking the time to ask me the questions. Hopefully we'll get this 15-minute thing figured out soon, and I can do longer videos without having to break them up. You have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.